Hi, team. We are off to a fantastic start this week. Week one went well. I'm getting your feedback to you Wednesday and Thursday for that. And right now we are jumping into week two where we have the discussion question about infant development. It's all about infant development. You have some great resources right here for the milestones, how baby brains develop, and the moral development. It's all fantastic resources. So I'm not really going to rehash that, but what I would like to do is go over the advancing development paper, continue working on part one. So if we look here, what is part one of our paper? Part one is choose one of the family members from the case study, Maria, Isabella, Carlos. You will use this person for all of your advancing development papers. So part one, choose the family member. Describe your chosen individual's physical, social, emotional, cognitive, and spiritual moral development. Be sure to address the following. Now, here's the secret. Use these, if you see bold here, use those as headings in your paper because that's a critical component. So the physical development, what are some key terms and concepts that are important to know in relationship to this group? So here's your paper. You'll have the title page, you'll have your abstract, and then you'll move down into your paper. We never write introduction for APA style. We use an introduction, we just don't label it introduction. We label it with the title of our paper, do 2 or 3 paragraphs to introduce everything, and then the next heading will be in bold, physical development. Boom, then you're going to answer these questions right here. Now, you don't write these questions in the paper, but you discuss them and you give answers to those questions. So instead of saying what are some key terms and concepts that are important to know in relation to this group and to this age group, then you'll say in age group, so whatever you pick, in Maria, Isabella, or Carlos's age group, this is what's important, and then you will expand on that. And then the next part, address any aspects of their appearance, motor skills, movement, biological hormones that may be affecting their physical development. And then the next set of paragraphs are going to be some things that may be uh, uh, affecting their physical development are, and then you'll label them. This will be an introduction paragraph underneath physical development as well, and then you will just expand on that. So that's an easy way to kind of look at any of this sort of stuff when you have directions and write a paper. And guess what? Our next headings are going to be social emotional development. Answer these 2 questions. Cognitive development, you're going to answer those 3 questions. And spiritual moral development, you're going to do those. And compare and contrast your chosen person's stage of development with the other 2 family members. So then guess what this is going to be? This is going to be an overall heading as well. And you could just say compare and contrast. So then what's compare and contrast? If you chose Maria, you're going to compare and contrast Maria with Isabel and Carlos. In other words, Isabel is in, or Maria is in this stage physically, developmentally, as opposed to Isabel, who is. And then you would go on there and you would just label out the differences and actual consistencies as well. And that is part one. So just remember to slowly go through it and take care of those.